She looked like a civilian hobby shooter, until the colonel froze. One wrong look, one whispered phrase, and the entire range fell dead silent. What they didn't know. She was a ghost, from a unit that officially never existed. They laughed at her before they even saw her shoot. At the North Carolina training range, under a burning sun and shifting winds, a woman lay prone. Her M4 angled strangely, her stance unlike anything the textbook ever taught. To the young soldiers around her, she looked out of place. Too old, too quiet, too unconventional. "Grandma's trying out for Call of Duty," one recruit joked. Laughter followed. But not from her. She didn't even flinch. Her fingers moved with precision, her breathing synced with the wind. Every inch of her motion was calculated, deliberate. They didn't see it, but one man did. Lieutenant Colonel Holden narrowed his eyes. That stance, that breathing rhythm, it stirred something in his memory. A mission. A legend. A ghost. Then the first shot rang out. A miss. The recruits howled. Second shot. Another miss. "She's terrible," someone chuckled. But Holden stepped closer, peering through the scope. These weren't random shots, they were data. Wind calibration. Range math. She was mapping the battlefield. Then came the third shot. Dead center. Silence. 4 more shots followed. Rapid. Surgical. Each bullet landed within a 2-inch group around the bullseye. Holden stepped forward. "Only Vipers train like that," he whispered. And everything changed. She wasn't just a civilian. She was a ghost from the Viper program, a disbanded, ultra-classified sniper unit erased from military records. The serpentine mark near her trigger guard said everything, to those who knew what to look for. Corporal Chen, the only other woman in the group, approached her. "Who taught you to shoot like that?" "I learned from a team that doesn't exist anymore," she replied. Later, Master Sergeant Brooks tried to dismiss her for breaking protocol. "I don't care about accuracy if it's not standard," he barked. But her accuracy wasn't just real, it was unmatched. Holden reviewed her target grouping, then dug into classified archives. What he saw matched exactly: Afghanistan 2013. Hill 394. He'd been pinned down by Taliban fire. Someone saved him with 3 perfect shots through a sandstorm. The pattern was identical. He had kept the shell casing from that day. He approached her again. "You saved my life." "I don't know what you're talking about," she said, voice steady. But her silence spoke volumes. By now, a soldier had recorded her demonstration, and the colonel's reaction. Within hours, the footage spread across veteran circles. Comments poured in. "She pulled my squad out of Syria in 14. Thought she was a myth. Viper Zero. That's what we called her. Never saw her face. But the shots were hers." Her legend, long buried, was reborn. Before she could slip away, black SUVs rolled into the base. She turned to the recruits. "Learn to shoot. Learn to think. But most importantly, learn to come home." She vanished, but her impact didn't. 3 days later, the military organized a quiet memorial. A black draped table. A rifle case. A placard. "Viper Zero, never forgotten." Veterans came from miles away. Some left medals. Others photos. One young recruit placed his marksmanship badge on the table. The same recruit who had mocked her days ago. "I want to earn this back," he said, "the right way." A fund was created in her honor, the Viper Zero Foundation, for soldiers needing the kind of skills that don't make it into textbooks. Holden spoke last. "Excellence doesn't need an audience. Sometimes it just needs to do what must be done." At the ceremony's end, 3 rifle volleys rang out, followed by 1 lone shot from the hills. A final salute from the shadows. 6 months later, the range had changed. Respect replaced ridicule. A new curriculum was born, one built on observation, humility, and silence. Late one evening, a new instructor arrived. Confident, quiet, with a familiar presence. A young soldier asked her, "Can you show me the breathing rhythm?" She smiled. "The key is not to fight the environment. Sync with it. Join it." 3 shots. 1 hole. And just beneath her sleeve, barely visible, the serpent symbol. The legend hadn't died. It had evolved. And it had returned to teach.